My name is COL Jason Condrey, the Garrison Stuttgart Commander. The purpose of this video is to provide the community some information as a result of the increased 7-day incidence rate within several of the cities and counties here in the Stuttgart metropolitan area. Over the Columbus Day holiday weekend, there were many local media reports indicating that Stuttgart had joined Esslingen in exceeding the 50 cases per 100,000 inhabitants over the last 7 days. As of yesterday, both cities reported a 7-day incidence rate of over 70 cases. Patch, Kelly, and Robinson all fall within Stuttgart City, and Boblingen, where Panzer is located, appears to be trending the same way. Over the last few weeks, our military community has seen an increase in the number of reported cases. I would attribute the identification of 2/3 of those cases to aggressive testing protocols related to travel and our contact tracing. The remaining 1/3 of our cases are a result of infection from evenings out with friends or parties and gatherings. Many are asking what this means. Do I go to work? Do kids still go to school? Are there things going to close? Is the Garrison Health Protection condition going to change? The answer to these questions are a function of our ability to prevent sustained community transmission and abide by higher headquarters and host nation guidelines. With respect to the virus, we must have sufficient testing available, must be able to isolate cases as we find them, and we cannot exceed the local medical capacity. Currently, in each of those areas, I have no concerns. As a DoD community and guests of Germany, we must live and work in a manner that mitigates possible infection with awareness that unless we are completely isolated from human contact, the risk of infection cannot be reduced to zero. To maintain our agreements and be good neighbors, we must follow host nation COVID guidelines. Our mission doesn't allow us to shut down or close, so just as in the spring, we will take action to minimize the risk as much as possible. For commands and organizations, that may mean adjustments to work schedules and planned events, more virtual meetings, mandating additional individual protective measures such as wearing a mask while anywhere but at your desk, and more deliberate guidelines on off-duty travel and activities. Garrison services have created redundancies that minimize the chance of closure. We will choose to close a school or CDC care group for a few days to do a deep clean and a test to confirm the virus is there rather than close for 2 weeks. Every member of our community will need to be deliberate about your exposure to the people outside of your or your family's bubble. Minimize interaction by shopping less often, get takeout rather than dine in, and perhaps choose not to attend that party or travel out of town. If there's a doubt about symptoms for you or your family, err on the side of caution. Don't go to work, don't send your kids to school, don't have or attend parties or gatherings, simply stay home. And for our middle and high school students, don't let your after-school actions undo the last 8 hours of protection. In all, please don't be the reason someone gets the late-night call that directs them into a 14-day quarantine. As you deliberately decide to go into public areas across Stuttgart, new measures will be enforced beginning tomorrow. There will be additional areas where masks are mandatory: public spaces, open-air markets, pedestrian zones, schools, daycares, any place where 2 meters of physical distance cannot be guaranteed. Gatherings will be limited to 10 at home and 25 in rented spaces. Travel and overnight stays for tourism may be impossible unless you can provide negative test results that are less than 48 hours old. Alcohol sales at bars and restaurants will be prohibited after certain hours, and those limits will be extended to those shops that offer alcohol to go. These measures will change, and we'll continue to keep the community updated as we confirm those changes with local officials. In total, we must be more vigilant and actively work to reduce the chance of spread both at work and at home. Our success will determine how long these measures remain in place. In total, we must be more vigilant and actively work to reduce the chance of spread both at work and at home. Our success will determine how long these measures must continue. Thank you for your time and attention. We'll continue to provide updates via AFN and social media. Please reach out to the team with any additional questions.